All right, Into the Dark dropped a new episode. I missed last month's episode. It got so trashed. It got so beaten up by like everyone on the internet that I saw talking about it. I had no time to watch it, and I just didn't make time because of it. I will watch it eventually, and I will talk about it on here, but it just, man, and I'll probably like it. I'll probably love it since it's so hated, but we'll see. So I think that one's called Treehouse, right? But this one, let's talk about this one. Now, this one is called I'm Just Fucking With You. Great title, especially for an April Fool's episode here. So I like the title. I like the poster. I like the lighting in this a whole ton. It kind of reminded me of like The Strangers, Pray at Night, the pool sequence. There's a pool sequence in this, and I felt like I was at the same pool. And the hotel has these neon colors to it. Really liked the color palette, the color choices here in the movie, because this is a full hour and 20 minutes like the other episodes. So they are full feature-length movies produced by Blumhouse on Hulu that we get every month. So love the concept of the show, and no episode or movie yet in this series has wowed me. No episode yet has been like, oh shit, there it is, finally we got a great one. This one was close for me. I really enjoyed this, but there was something missing, and I almost feel like it was the director, maybe. I don't know what was up with this episode, but the main character, the main antagonist here, Chester, I thought was great. I thought his performance was great. I thought he was hilarious. I thought he was charismatic. I thought he was nutty. I thought he was intimidating, and all the things he was trying to be. Because there's this guy, and he's heading to this wedding to have his big Dustin Hoffman graduate moment and try to win her over at her wedding. And while he's driving there, we see that he's an internet troll who talks shit behind this username that no one knows is him. And he arrives at this hotel where he's going to be meeting his sister so that he can go to the wedding the next day. And while he's there, he runs into this guy who works at the hotel, or motel. It's a shitty little motel. And this guy is a prankster. He's a jokester. He's somebody who does not take a damn thing seriously. And they don't know each other at all, so it's very awkward for the guy. And the troll guy here, I can't remember this guy's name. I can't remember. I watched it last night. He's like a germaphobe, and he's got a stick up his ass. So this guy is really having to push through to try to get this guy to laugh and try to get this guy to have a good time, and it just ain't happening. And I don't know, the way they play off of each other, it's mostly Chester. I will admit that. I thought everyone else in this was good. Okay, I don't know if anyone else was like great or anywhere near it. I thought they were all fine. They were good. They played their parts pretty well. The main guy, the troll guy, maybe a little better than the other two. The sister and the biker guy, those are really the only characters. Oh, and the cop, I guess those are the only real characters in this. But he was good. But Chester steals the show. He's the whole reason that this episode worked for me. I thought he was perfectly zany and funny, and he just brought a great energy to him. So I dug that about him. The ending for me was a little bit of a cop-out. It felt like it was going to go in a certain direction, and I really was hoping it was going to go in that direction. And I try not to let my hopes and desires of things that I've, already, thought I had figured out or wanted to happen, and then it doesn't happen, and then I go, oh, I didn't get what I wanted, so I hate this now. No, I'm not that kind of person. I just thought it would have been way better than what they did end up giving me. So it felt like a shame that they didn't go in the direction that they were leading towards, and they kind of alluded to within the episode. So it would have been cooler to see that, and the way it ends too, like how it cuts and all that. It did. It felt like a cop-out. It felt like it felt like a lackluster, not a head scratcher so much, because I think you can pretty much surmise what did happen, but I would have liked a more definite answer, and as I said, I would have preferred it to go a completely different way than it did. But I'm not the filmmaker, so I can go whatever the hell way it wants. I just didn't really care for the decision there, which is a shame because I was really enjoying it, especially like the first hour. I thought the first hour was really solid, and I was really enjoying it. And then the last like half an hour or so dipped down a little bit, but not because of Chester. I actually thought Chester was actually even like kind of rising the whole thing, and then just maybe the story and the rest of the decisions and the other characters or whatever were kind of dragging Chester's performance down, but he was still kind of rising. I don't know. As I said, I really liked him, so that was my big high point, and the use of colors, neons and whatnot. You know, I'm always a big sucker for that. And the concept, I've kind of seen it before here and there, but because of this character, I thought it played out pretty damn well, and I was thoroughly entertained, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I hope that others have the same liking to Chester as I do. I think that if you find him annoying and don't like him as a character, you're gonna fucking outright hate this episode, which I could completely understand, because I could see this being irritating or annoying to somebody. But yeah, no, I dug it, and I will be looking forward to what people think of this episode, if anyone's even still watching this show, because I know so many people gave up on the show a while back because so many episodes have been failures to them, even though I haven't hated any episode. I've liked every episode I've watched so far to varying degrees. But this is my favorite right now because of one character. So maybe Treehouse will hit for me. Maybe I'll come back on here and be like, what the fuck are you idiots talking about? I hope that's the case. I definitely don't want to sit through a shitty movie. And hopefully next month's episode, which I would assume would be Mother's Day, we shall see. I don't know. But until then, guys, adios.